Welcome to the Nikki Rich Show. I'm your host, Miss Nikki Rich, and we are broadcasting live out of sunny California. And I want to tell
Yo,
you guys, we have an exciting show for you. We have featured artist DeAndre Nelson, aka Toomuch4DaStrugg, is
yeah,
here in the house. And I
you
want
know
you guys, right before we get into our guest, I want you guys to subscribe. Subscribe to our channel, Nikki Rich, the
it.
number two, so you can watch all our exclusive interviews and be sure and follow us along on social media on Twitter,
Uh,
Facebook, and Instagram at Nikki Rich Show TV. Well,
uh,
guys, I don't want to keep our guests holding on any longer.
hey,
We have none other than DeAndre Nelson here. Too
that's right.
much for the struggle. Welcome. How you doing?
Yeah. How you doing? Thank you. Happy to be here.
We're so
Thank you for
excited
having
to
me.
have you here. Much love. It's your first
Mm,
time on the
yeah.
Nikki Rich Show.
I felt it too. I've been feeling the abuse from everybody. They don't know who I am, but everybody in the streets do because I make sure that's known when it comes to how I promote myself step by step. But it's the part of the marketing where I ain't been doing the interviews. You know,
Yes. Now, first off, tell us, a little bit about yourself. Where are you based out of right now?
I'm in Los Angeles. Native California native, born and raised. I
Yes.
grew up, in the system most of my life.
Mhm.
Honestly, lived throughout, Los Angeles, back and forth,
Okay.
Valley, Los Angeles. Growing up, nothing too far out. I ain't been nowhere really, but
Okay.
everything up here, just
Yes.
imaginations and reading and all that.
Most definitely. Now, tell us how you get into entertainment. How did you get into music? Was there anybody in your family that inspired you, or how did you
Um,
get into it?
Honestly, it wasn't that nobody even in my life
Mm-hmm.
spectrum even inspired me. It was more of what I was going through. I wanted to be me, and I
Mm-hmm.
didn't see me. I didn't see me with the influences pretty much that was at hand, which I don't blame nothing that I've learned from, but I did see a better outcome of me experience what I was experiencing at the time. So I would say when I was about third grade, fourth grade, when I first wrote my first poem, I remember I surprised my teacher. She gave us like a 15, 20 word list. You know what I mean, with all these words. She
Yes.
said put them together. And I was a kid. She probably always was, on. But I remember, it was about third grade, and I put the words together, and I ended it, and it was somewhat bilingual because I
Mm-hmm.
used the word that I knew that was, like bravo and certain words that she put in there, and I put them all together. Like there's your bravo. I gave it to her. From there, she started watching me. Like she knew it
Yeah,
was something special with me then. So, you
man,
know.
that's amazing. Now, I know being an artist is so hard because you have so much to do. You got to go in the studios. You got to get the style, the look together. How do you, as an artist, balance all of this? It is
it
so
ain't.
much.
It's not. I think it's not. It's not just. It's not what you want to be. It's the best
Mhm.
thing to do is to be. Everything that you are, and that will
Yes.
help. Although that seems kind of difficult, probably like what you mean.
Mhm.
When you talented, what helps you, and it's more. It's deeper than just a like. It's
Yes,
more of a
it is.
tool than it's more of a therapeutic thing. It's more of
Mhm.
a way of life because it's somewhat I want to say is somewhat it could be disturbing if you don't do that.
Yes.
It can disturb those around you. It could be contagious at a point. So if you're not being you, so you have to be you. You have to let it be known that you're not trying to really do anything else but do you and be you. That way everybody can be comfortable with that. It's like, what I want to do is what I'm
Yes.
doing. Who fall along with that, who involve themselves with that, who support that is what we do. And that's pretty much what I've been doing, from writing, from things that I've been going through to rapping around the house and from granny to everybody thought I was
Mhm.
crazy talking to myself, young. So it was just what I did. It was just what I did.
Now, also,
Yeah.
what do you do to get yourself in that? I would say that writing mode as an artist. Like, I know some people, they meditate, they have their candles, they sit up, they get into like their own little closet. I mean, what is it that you do to prepare for yourself? Say, hey, I'm about to write this song and get in this booth.
Um, I think it's like you know how like everything is going on with the I want to say somewhat of it's somewhat systematic. I want to say because I want to say like it's automation to me.
Hmm.
It's like it's something that I don't have to try hard at because of so much depth that's been going on with me as far as I want to
Hmm.
say that's why I say be yourself because you know what you need to feed on, and I feel like it's personal and it's special because it's been going on since like I said I was little. Nobody understood saying the ways I felt from the ways that Mother Nature would goes on in life, and I would
Yes.
think different before I could speak about it, like react to how family reacted to problems, and you know what I mean. I
Hmm.
stood kind of like at a distance to a lot of things, so when that was time to write about it, you know, I couldn't settle for just saying some things that sounded good. You know what I mean? So when I
Yes.
hear a beat, no matter what it's about, who's on it, and the music, or if it's not a beat, I just write about whether to sum it up is I want to say it's pain. It's pain,
Hmm.
and pain ain't always bad. That's all I want to say. Pain ain't always bad. Pain is something that you must work on to heal.
Yes,
You
I
know what I mean?
agree. I agree.
Yeah.
And you can put it all into the music. Now, speaking
Yeah.
of your music, now
Yeah.
what have you been working on?
Oh yeah. Wow. Wow. I'm working on. Actually, I've been thinking of a way to not change what started with me on how people reacted to hearing my music and how they heard it and how they received it and everything. And that was for
Mhm.
me, from nobody else. Is for me. So I can't lose that relationship first. That's why the step by step independent thing is important to me because it makes me understand that what's next, and I'm in charge of that. So I've been working on. I've really completed most of what I've been working on. So on next levels at this point
Okay.
where um got a show coming up. I want to say that's what I've been not just rehearsing on, but putting together the whole stage. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Performance that I want to do with the presentation and things. And I would think it would be worthless to say I'm working on albums because that's all up here now. I got a lot of things I'm working on and I'm putting things out and I got things set and
See, we
scheduled
can't
to
give
be
them the
released.
juice. We don't want to
Think,
give them the good
I
good.
mean,
You
I
just
would think it'd be worthless to say what I'm not working on, what I'm working on. But I got you though. I know what you mean. I'm working on a lot. I'm working on everything. I'm working
yeah.
on me.
I know
Most
that's
important.
right. Now, is there a artist or anybody that is in the entertainment industry that you would like to collaborate with?
Oh man, collaborate with. Oh, it gotta be some kind of soul or R&B or something. I mean, I'm just that type of
Okay.
person where like I said, from moms playing music, oldies to being young, waking up out my sleep in the AM, hearing it and falling in love with it. I don't know who it is, but I love it. It sounds good. So that
Hmm.
to okay, to hear him singing. So I respect all the artists and the rappers. I really do. But it's not something that I would jump right into. And what I'm trying to say is, you know, it's more of my speed and who I am to collaborate with.
Exactly.
I want to say, do you want a name? Do I got to give a name? Yeah.
You,
Why not, huh?
you can. You
Okay,
like
since
it,
I
it might
okay,
be
okay,
somebody
I'll
out
tell you
there
what. I'll
that
tell
you
you
like
what.
them.
What gave me that closest feeling was when I was I was at the BET. I was working the BET, and I was about like 10 feet, 5 feet away from LMA. When she was singing her
Okay.
song, she's singing her song. I said, man, that brought me back to, hold on, man, I think I could say something to that. You know what I mean? But that was that feeling when you was young again, and your mama playing that song that you can register with, and you really can't really speak because what I mean. It was showtime, but it was like, mom, who is this? The questions was irrelevant. It was just like, watch the show. You know what I mean?
So
Something like
LMA,
that.
you out there? You
Yeah, because
watching DeAndre Nelson right here?
I mean, nothing
LA.
like nothing like she needs to be aware of, but just to know that song was that song that wait a minute. I heard the rap going on. I heard the, my forte of how things go, and I was like, wait a minute, wait.
Hmm.
That's the sound right there that you rock right there. You know what I mean? And that's why I said it had to be some soulful R&B type of thing.
I
It was
love
the booed
it.
up. To clarify it, it was the booed up track.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that. And also, I want to say you got a huge support system behind you. A lot of people, as soon as I posted up the flyer that you coming on, everybody was like showing so much love. They were coming, they were sharing. And I mean, you have such a good team
I
and support
respect that.
system.
I respect that. Thank you, thank you. I respect it because they really did see me go through different changes and stuff. But one thing never
Yes.
changed is like my core understanding, and it's also part of the way I want to inform you on how I do market myself and things like that. And
Okay.
I like from family they know and they see me like I think sometimes they be wanting to be like snap out of that, because whether you family, friends, or
Hmm.
associates, when I meet you and I greet you, it's like I do it like as if it's the first time I ever met you, type of thing. Like
Yes.
like even while here, like it's funny you say that. I have some things like you said what I've been working on, but this is just what I do. As I be recording and putting together singles to be released and albums and names and projects and things like what we doing now, the interviews and stuff is what I didn't dab in because it's a process to this
It
being
is.
successful. It's not just about I feel like okay, I'm making hits, I'm making music. It's more of being productive with a song, the process of it and learning it and that's what I grabbed hold to right away because I feel like that's what's more important. Figuring out how this thing is going to be marketed,
Hmm.
promoted, distributed. You know what I mean, and all that, and with the investment in it and the talent in it is what I took
Yes.
hold to. And then comes the interviews and the videos, if you ask me. But that's a
That's
big part
true.
because what you said, I have a lot of supporters, and you will wonder how them people supporting me when they ain't really seen the videos and they ain't seen that. What I did was put a
Hmm.
camera up and rap on the camera like that, produce and direct my own type of thing. I really didn't do a lot of stuff like this in the
Hmm.
radio stuff, but the radio airplays and stuff. I'm familiar with all that. I have a radio airplay, but what I do is when I'm out, whether you family, whether you friends, um, people that happen to spur conversations with me, I let them hear some tracks. I even send them some tracks, some personal links, upload. I send them one or two before I distribute them and things like that. And
Yes.
I'm working on one at a time right now because I'm benefiting the, what I mean, the I want to say
It's more of
the
the
aftermath of it. So
yes.
I have
And now is the time. It's a
right,
great
right,
time.
right. Right. I have cars like this though that I make, you know what I mean? And I've been doing it where, I put, I got my brand on it and then I sign it, I give them a song. So they look at me like, hey, I know you, man. I'm like, you don't know me. Like, right? Like, and that's like our sister, brother, like mom, like, I do that to everybody, like people I meet, like just to show them like, not to show them, but that's really who I am. That's how I feel. That's how I carry myself. Like since I was younger, and I used to be young, listening to everybody music and understanding that was the best way to go because it was healing.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Do something that makes you, what I mean, better. As a person, like and you didn't want to be involved what I had options to when I was growing up. Like it wasn't it wasn't polite. It was really it's a rudish lifestyle.
Yes.
So I did the best thing I can do, and I'm still is by how I carry myself. If you ask me. Yeah.
Yes. Well, I want to go to the audience because I just want to definitely shout out to the people who are watching. So we're going to go down this list from what
Yeah.
I can see from the comments. I'm going to go by the comments, okay?
Okay, I must can't see him. I can't see him, huh?
Oh, well, right now, they were
Okay.
up. I've been posting them up. So
It's
we got
okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Marissa, Ridley, Shannon Jackson, Nakendra, Harris
Uh,
Mason, Young Hitmakers, Linda
wow. Uh,
Stone,
that's right.
Multi Ferris Photography, Deborah Burrell, Marvin Mason.
That's right. Thank,
Yes,
thank
I'm
you, God.
going down the list. King
Thank you.
Solomon, and
That's right.
Marissa Ridley, and yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
the ones
right.
I see from the comments. And we got
That's what
more
I'm talking about.
viewers. But shout out to all of y'all
Appreciation.
that's commenting and
Right.
showing love
Yeah.
today.
Right. Right. Right.
Now tell everybody, I mean, we're here 2021.
Yeah.
What's a positive message that you would like to give to the audience in regards to you as an artist, or just
Yeah.
any positive message you would just
Um.
like to give?
Just it's something that you really can't be taught, but
Hmm.
you could believe in it and it can manifest. It's I want to say it as in a word called togetherness. It's something that when I was in positions where I felt deprived and helpless and I couldn't do
Hmm.
anything. It was a thought and it was the prayer. It was the power of that. It was the actions behind how I would what I mean really like sackle like get this whole thing together, and that's
Yes.
why I say it's togetherness, because when you need somebody and stuff like that, it don't always have to be in your best interest or their best interest, but it can help you guys out. I feel in the presence in the long run as well, because I feel like it's very important that we be cautious of each other. You know what I mean? And
Hmm.
we and know each other, because constantly people change, and whether you sisters, brothers, aunties, whether you cousins, whether you friends,
Yeah.
you go through your own individual challenges, and from there you have to be able to identify with accepting a bad side of somebody by knowing how to replace that with that nutrients that they need. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
By accepting. And sometimes people don't have that togetherness. They have that, I don't like you, I don't like you. That's how it's gonna be. And it's not like that. It's more of, what, I get you. I understand you. But yeah, um I'll check back in when a little better. So it's togetherness. When I felt people
Yes.
was against me, I always wanted to, man, ain't nobody care about me, nobody. But then again, it's like they love me. When people think I don't care about them, and I do, it's really my thing. It's like, they have no idea. You know what I mean? They have no idea if you think I don't, have support for you, or I don't love you, if I don't care about you, because you're a
Yes.
people person. You're a people person. That's how it is.
Now go ahead and tell us where they can find you on social media.
On social media. Wow. Um, yeah, you can find me on social media. Uh, Instagram. We can start off with Instagram. Too much for the struggle. You can find me on Facebook. I
Now
say
tell them
Instagram
how to
first.
spell it because it's a little
Oh
different.
yeah, too much for the struggle is you wanna add it at Toomuch number 4DASTRUGG, and I have YouTube. I have YouTube links. Too much for the struggle. I have a Too Much for the Struggle business Facebook page. Too much for the struggle. I have a Too Much for the Struggle Facebook, and with my real name DeAndre Nelson, my government. I want to say also, if that's me you're looking for, besides meeting me, but my music, music platforms, you can find that on all music platforms. I'm not singling out because I feel like that's doing a lot, but I
Yeah.
do let them know that it's Apple here, Spotify. I do say what I say sometimes, but it's on all musical platforms.
All
So,
music platforms.
you
Well,
know,
I'm just so honored to have you here today, and I
thank
just
you, thank
thank you for being our featured guest. We want you to keep doing great.
you. Yeah,
And
yeah,
having you here, we always have the best, and it's just amazing. How we all have a story that we have, and like, look at you now. You are doing so awesome. We hear so many
yeah,
people tuned in just to hear you. I mean,
yeah.
I know it's got to feel good.
Yeah, it really do, because people need to know really how you doing when they don't really hear from you. And
Hmm.
um you know I feel like as individuals, like I said, we all different, and I've been on a journey where I've been throughout the system growing up, and I
Hmm.
try to, like, I have it where you would think something wrong with me, and of course it may be because they'd be like, "Why you don't go to here? Why you don't go there? Why you don't go there?" But me, it's like, I feel like being I want to say I want to say I'm very responsible, and being responsible is kind of like taking on your own loads, and growing up
Yes.
in the system as a young age like I did, and doing these terms, and being released and discharging these numbers. It's like I'll be wrong to just be sleeping here, or be living here, or being with this woman there, when I can
Hmm.
really, 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 get help out here, and that's what I learned to do. And it's not humiliating to me. I've been through systems where, I'm paying half the rent. I'm working 2 or 3 jobs, can't sleep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
By living in share house, I've been through all this stuff where it's like, no way in the world is me, and I'm cool with it, but and
Hmm.
I'm not gonna cop out by saying, I'm perfect and I'm good. You can help me. But no, you're not getting funded to help. You're not getting funded to help these kind of people.
Yes.
You're not, you know what I mean? I'd rather get the help, and when it's available to help others, I could. And
Yes.
that's all it's about, just pretty much being appreciated to people that still want to say, I'm
Yep.
here for you, and yeah,
Yeah.
I love you. I'm supporting. Yeah.
Well, I just thank you once again for being our featured guest. We
Yeah,
have
thank
coming
you.
up Jay Luck next,
Yes, yes,
and
yes.
so he's coming up.
Yeah.
So we will be back. Not on this, it's a whole different interview. So we just thank
Appreciate
you. So just hold
it.
tight, okay?
Yes, yes, ma'am. Stay safe, stay healthy out there.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for watching the Nikki Rich Show. Make sure you subscribe to Nikki Rich too, and we'll be back, y'all, with our next guest.